Okay. 3, 2, 1. I've already forgot what the time we're trying to beat is. 56:09. Spoke to him twice, didn't have to do that. Yeah, if you could have a look, that would be good. I'm pretty sure it's 56:09, but just in case it's not. Sincere apologies to anybody watching this on YouTube that has to deal with this fat text mashing for however long this run's going to go on for. Oops. Maybe just do the one speedrun of this today. I was intending to do 2, but the wrist's already kind of starting to act up, to be honest. The text mashing in this game is way demanding. So 56:09. Okay, cool. Thank you for double checking that. Blam. Blam. I could have probably played this in Chinese and saved up some time, but ah well. Considering the whole run basically revolves around the choices that you make close to the end of the game, and I've never run this category before, being able to at least read what's going on would be nice to double check. Damn, that took a while. Looking for about a 302 in Aria. 303. Okay, that's fine. Anything less than a 320 here is good. Wasn't much in that. The 319's fine. 319's good. See if I can remember the route this time. Messed up the route the last few times here. Should have pressed X to mash through that. Tell a joke, works every time. Bless. That was pretty good. I actually remembered that she was there for a change this time as well. So I can start preemptively mashing. Hey, this is the mistake I made the last few times. You want to go down at this part, so you can just grab the ball. This number doesn't get rewarded. How rude. That was definitely the quickest I've done that part. Usually I examine the box a handful of times, just out of error. Just like that, we're nearly done with this section. Oops. Dropped an input there. I did press X to open the menu so I could hand him the stuff, but it didn't work. Love that. Very impressive. Apologies again for the volume of the mashing here, but I need to mess around with my noise gate settings a bit more, see if I can find a way to cut that off. Unfortunately, it's not a directional microphone that I'm using, so it just kinda picks up like all the room audio rather than what it's facing. Oops. Okay, we're losing a decent bit of time here because we're not playing on Chinese. The Chinese answers for this are way quicker. The Chinese answers are all just one or two symbols, like all the way through the game. That still wasn't too bad. I should absolutely update this split as well, because the puzzle on the bottom floor here confuses me every time. Well, not so much confuses me, I forget the answer. I need to have a look at the answer that's behind them. Spade, diamond, club. Okay. There we go. As long as you know the answer to 3 of them, process of elimination takes care of the last one, so... fine. That felt like a pretty decent comedy split, all considered. The menus in here are pretty finicky, so let's get to that bread. There we go. It's deceptively difficult to do the menus in there very often, or it's very easy to like double menu when you're picking up the flowers and stuff like that, because there's basically no delay between picking up a flower and like the end of the menu. And then when you put the flowers in the pot it comes up with an extra text box, but when you take them out it doesn't, so... Lovely bookmark, that. No. Remembered the rabbit was there for a change. That's good. Small things like that that you need to remember, that we're gradually getting better at the more we play. Oops. Oops. Finger just completely slipped off the key. Got my pinky off the door. Yikes. Is it okay? Hasn't just like exploded or anything, has it? With the exception of like one, that was pretty quick. That hasn't exploded, good. But we like to hear. Because that would sure suck if it did. Tried best not to scream at own ass. Screams internally. Another thing I need to remember is that you don't have to use the item on the book, which is completely weird because it that doesn't apply to anything else in the game. Actually me though. E. Oof. Approached that from a mad angle, but that's okay. Text in here. God damn, just thinking about how much of the game's left to be done. My wrist cannot. What that emote makes me feel like. Damn, nearly 20 minutes into this run already. That's like almost the whole length of a Mad Father Blood Mode run. Cat jam, cat jam, cat jam. Without a shadow of a doubt, I think that's the easiest chase in any RPG Maker game that I've played. That's 743, that's a pretty good fairy tale spot. Pretty down to them. As it turns out, you don't have to do the glass shattering part in there by examining the dress. You just leave so that statue moves. Save you a bucket of time. Been a really good split so far. Also discovered last run, it's quicker to use the apple from the left than it is to use it for the right. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah, then you've got a straight path down. That clock hands error was the first semi-major error of this whole split. Shame. Been a few runs where I do that every single time as well. Examine the slipper by accident. Been a few runs where I just completely put the hands the wrong way as well. But it's whatever. Somehow nearly finished this split already. That was quick. Oh, there we go. Bad routing, bad. For my money, that's one of the best scares in the game. Oh wait, there's a moderately long cutscene here, isn't there? Aye, okay. It's not even really moderately long, it's actually kinda short if you skip through it, but it's like... It's longer than some of the dialogue boxes we've had up till now. There we go, that's it done. Also can confirm I'm definitely only doing one run of this and then wrapping it up, because my wrist... There we go. Fresh. I don't know if you actually have to read that sheet of paper, but I do. Like, the intention's that you read it so that Aria knows that there's a switch behind this bookcase, but I don't know if you actually have to read the paper to trigger that, or if it's like using the and mirror is the trigger for that. Or even just leaving the room, or literally anything that isn't reading the sheet of paper. My beloved son. That feel when small book. You also don't have to examine the doll in here either. Just try to leave when you walk in. Always good to play cautious at that part, because by default it highlights the stay here option, but if you actually choose that, it's an instant death. Oh. Angry librarian noises. Okay. The recently discovered fastest route to do this is when you're gathering up the fish. They spawn in the same 5 places every single time. And you want to go down here so you can grab this one first. And you basically just do this whole area in a circle. Because it's quicker. It's free for the blue one. And I think free for the red one. You just go on ahead, I'll catch up. If anyone knows what that emote is and also understands the reference to the emote that I just made, legend. Done one. Reminds me I have a video to show you after this. I forgot there was text there. Delayed a second. I was like that. What? You got a quick jump in here to get this fish. And then there's another just out here. There. And then we come full circle back to here. Easy days. There has to be better movement for that. The movement that I do is kinda janky. It makes it harder to set up the menu. The atmosphere seems more pleasant. You don't say. Pretty sure this is the quill cutscene here. Hey, we're learning. It only took us like, what, 4 or 5 speedruns of the game, but we're actually starting to learn where everything in the game is. It feels good. I'm pretty sure there's like a long part here where there's no text. I think it's actually right now. Taking advantage of that to give my wrists a breather.
Huh?
The romance split usually takes about 10 minutes for me, so if we can get like a sub 10 romance, that would be sick. That's getting less and less likely. By a second, 9 minutes 59. Oh, that was easily the best romance split I've done ever. Which is hilarious because it's in a category that I don't really care for. Don't you just love that? Oops. This puzzle, man. Ain't bad, we're getting better at that puzzle as well now. Kinda starting to figure out the general pattern for it. Yeah, let's see if we can do the maze first time as well. I got an actual fright, shame. Oops. Slightly inefficient movement at the end there, but still. First time maze. think when all's said and done with this game, I'm going to have to go back to whatever the most popular category is and just put in a good run. Like a solid 10 out of 10. Because like all my runs so far have been pretty good, but they've all had errors like dotted throughout them because of just inexperience. But we're starting to kind of shake that inexperience now, so I could feasibly go back to them and set better times, I think. This when the... aye. Aye, it is. I wondered if this is when the loon split is, and it is. I don't mean split as in live split, I mean like when they physically split up. Also, I highly doubt they're in the chat, but just in case they are, Chocolate124, thank you for the follow. I noticed that you followed and I was offline, so I wasn't able to say anything at the time, obviously. But all the same, thank you for the follow. Good book. ASMR, my trip to the barbers. Disaster. I didn't think I was close enough to the book there. You could drive a bus between that gap between me and that book, and yet apparently it's the next tile over. Absolute okay. Being under 40 minutes at this point is a good sign though. Like I'm pretty sure that when I was at this point in my neutral end run, is that a neutral? Aye, neutral end run. I'm pretty sure at this point I was way over 40 minutes. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, everything that we need to do from this point on has to be very specific, or else we don't get the ending that we want. Right, so we enter, and then we tell him that we didn't enter. And then we have to answer the 3 library questions very specifically. Which means there's not 1, 2, 3 or 5 opportunities to mess up this ending, but 4. I didn't open it. Okay. Easy. Don't know if that's quicker than the other cutscene, but it's two different endings anyway, so I guess it's whatever. Hopefully it isn't too apparent, but the game is lagging slightly. Like it's kinda jittery in its movement. I don't know if it looks like that on the stream as well, but hopefully not. God, that part still cracks me up. Behold, my final form puts on glasses. And that's it. This is my final form. I will take this final opportunity to apologise for all the text marching in this game, because the noise gate on this microphone is set kind of improperly. Like I say kind of, I'm starting to think it's less the noise gate's fault. Oh. Well, that was silly. I lost like a second or two to the fact that I just kind of forgot to move. Okay, here comes an opportunity to flub the whole run, and it's up there. Yeah, I'm not gonna mash through this super quick. I need to read the text to a degree so that I can like know when the prompt's coming up. That's it. Okay. And there's like a whole puzzle section here again. Oops. Nothing here to write home about, so we'll just mash through all of this. Up that a little. Okay. Let's see how it goes this time. If it's left, right and centre, there's definitely some sort of shenanigans going on. So that I can like it's at least moderately consistent. Why? I wonder if it's to do with language. Like the time that it was inconsistent, maybe it was Chinese. Yeah, see, that's middle again. Maybe there just isn't RNG in the English version. I don't know. Just looking at the timer there. The time that we want to beat is 36:09, so we've got just coming up 8 minutes left to finish this. $56.09. Did I say 36? My bad. I did. Shame. I made that mistake in practice. Yeah, well, we've got like 7.5 minutes to get this done now. We are racing against the clock. Right, he steps to the right, back to the centre. Then you get that. I should have remembered that it highlights the correct answer by default. Like, you don't need to worry about that one. You can just mash through that. That could have saved me some time. I'm trying not to look at the timer, but I'm conscious of, like, we're closing in on that time, and I know that there's a long cutscene still to come up. Okay, last choice. I wouldn't change it. Okay. Right, it's just all text spam for you, so let's get it done. Right, 50 flat. Six minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try and not look at it. Like, I've done all the movement, everything that I can do has been done. It's just a case of mashing through the text now. There's another option here, because of the decisions that I've made prior in the game already. And this decision here determines whether you get a good or bad ending. By default it highlights good though, so I'm just smashing through it. Trying to pay attention to like how the characters are moving, so that I can copy this for the bad end. The best sound cue for that is probably the gasp, because I'm thinking like, obviously before a difficult or before a game changing decision comes up, I kind of slow down so that I can make sure I'm doing it right for the option coming up. But there's too much text before that you can't not mash through it. His gasp is probably the cue that you want to listen out for, so that you like slow down after it. Come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just cutscene. Like, I don't think I have any bearing on the speed of this part at all. Okay. Yeah, I just messed around with some buttons and it didn't change anything. I'll get a drink. That's what I'll do. I really should have played this in Chinese and get that free time save just through quicker text and quicker puzzles. Oh, that was lovely. Come on, I'm just watching my time disintegrate before my eyes. I look away, I can't. I think the rest of the text starts coming up nowish, so just preemptively start pressing buttons. There we go. Hey, this cutscene has to be done in 2 minutes then. Talk faster. Pose and hums. Quicker. Nani? Oh dear God, come on. Yeah, boy. Ooh, that was really starting to cut it fine there. Nice dude, thank you. Oof. I'm about to get copy striked for this soundtrack. Oh no. Oh, what a relief. Cat germs. Yeah, I really thought we weren't getting that done there. Well, we did it. That leaves one more category to do, and then we've got a sweep on all the main categories. The only other category to do is bad end, and it currently doesn't have a time, so that's basically a free record for whoever does it. If somebody could upload a 5-hour speedrun of bad end and it would still be record. This tune's popping off. There's electric guitars and funky brass instruments and all sorts. Yo. This trumpety saxophone brass instrument in the right side is going bananas. Big hype. I haven't actually seen this cutscene before, so this is like also my first time seeing this. Jerk. Why does the good ending have more hype than the true ending? Are we out here guitar soloing now? Damn, this tune is pog. Oh, that hype. Good. Not the good, but not the best. Number 2 ending, despite the fact that's the best ending the game's had so far. What the fuck?